from all around Geelong. I'm here to tell you how football.
Welcome back, and I hope you enjoyed that footy flashback segment. Fantastic indeed, particularly all the dust around the ground, and it was 32 years ago. It's very hard to believe, isn't it? Well, we've got a fantastic interview coming up now. After the 94.7 match of the day last week out at the Keith Barclay Oval, the boys caught up with Darren Ryan, the coach of the North Geelong Magpies.
We were here today at the Keith Barclay Oval. We had the up-and-comers in Winchelsea, the big improvers of the competition, but they came up against the might of the reigning premiers. And with me at this time is Doggy Ryan. Doggy, where have you planned the premiership celebrations this year, mate?
Oh, don't get too far ahead of yourself, mate. Don't get too far. But no, we're obviously on a good track. I mean, there's no doubt we're tracking really well. But geez, there's a lot of work to go, mate. There's back, as you know, like Werribee, the old Ducks, mate, they're travelling okay, and then we've got Balpo still that are obviously going to be extremely good side once again, and I have no doubt East Geelong, they'll show in the second half year how good they are. There's no doubt.
We spoke earlier off camera about the players that you've still got to come back. Now, I know there's quite a few, but the big question I'd ask you is, where are you going to fit them all?
Well, mate, it's depth in it. That's what you want. You know, I guess it creates your hunger and the desire to keep playing really well and set the standard really high. And that's what, as you can see, Balpo still in previous years, you only win premierships by your reserves being good footballers, mate. So there's no doubt. Yeah, selection's going to get tough, mate, but that's what, 3 years ago, that's what we dreamt about, is making selection a tough job. And no doubt, mate, she's going to get tough in the next 8 weeks.
Well, one of those players is Luke Van Creek, and I put a bit of an interleague side together myself during the week, and mainly on last year I had him in. He hasn't even played yet, but one bloke I did leave out, who I'll be ringing tonight and putting straight back in, Luke Parker, was fantastic.
Well, Luke Parker's on fire, isn't he, mate? I think he stood out from last year, and to his credit, the rewards have come his way. He had a really good, consistent year last year, and then this year through our leadership program, he's actually been elevated to vice captain of the club, and he's been, last year he was just a player, I guess, and just his standards that he set, and the quality of bloke that he's turned into. The guys have voted him into our leadership group, and he's a vice captain. There's no doubt his football's phenomenal, mate.
We had a bit of a chat about it before. Your back six, we believe, is the best in the comp. Your forward six is as good as anyone in the comp, and your on-ball division as well. We believe if you've got one deficiency just at this stage, even though he's improving every week, is in the ruck, but young Hollands is getting there, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We know that you can look at it as deficiency in that one aspect, but then you look at, like a Mark Paranoff and Richie, they do a hell of a lot around the oval, and it's definitely it's a thing that we do lose in the air at ball-ups and stoppages, but what we've got when we've got the best midfield in the competition, mate, she kind of helps.
A question without notice. Last year, Eric and I especially were just so impressed with Blake Podner. He's not around this year. Can you get him back into the gear?
Podger's going to be a bit of a challenge. He's sort of one of them kids that's sort of stepped away at the moment, but listen, we've got a thin chance. I'll be honest, it's a pretty thin chance, but we're just giving him his space that it requires, and hopefully the little champ gets his head in the right space and comes back with us, mate.
And it's just fantastic that you've got Gibbsy to unretire.
Yeah, well, the old man, we needed him in the side, mate. He sets our side up. He's a fantastic leader out there, and we all know the quality of bloke that he is, but he's so important to our side, mate.
Mate, there's not much more I can say. It was a complete performance today. I don't think you had a loser in any position. It's only round 2. I know there's 16 to go. We've installed you as favourite. I know you'd like to play it down. But look, all the best for the next 16 games and the finals, and I reckon you're going to be pretty bloody hard to beat.
Yeah, thanks, Grub. Appreciate it, mate.
Great interview there from Grubby Cations with Darren Ryan, the successful coach of the North Geelong Magpies. Well, our segment again up again this week. It's the Colts segment, and we welcome, of course, the man who presents everything in this Colts footy, Alex Tajani. G'day, mate.
Thanks, Dick. We're getting there on the pronunciation, but I tell you who hasn't stopped.
Proud of myself, Dave.
That is North Geelong Magpies. Not only were they successful in the seniors, the Colts had a fantastic win as well. So we caught up with the captains prior to their match in Kurt Berg and Cody Carruthers.
We've got another morning of Colts action here in the GDFL. So we'll start off with the visiting captain here in Kurt Berg. Kurt, Winchelsea's back in the Colts. Has it been an exciting pre-season?
Yeah, it has been. It's really good to get a Colts under-18 side up and running, because the past 3-4 years, Winchelsea haven't had an under-18 side. Yeah, it's really exciting.
Yep.
And I had real good pre-season, yeah.
Yep. A few junior premierships in the under-16s. Were you part of any of those in recent years?
Yeah, back in 2012, I was captain of the under-16s premiership side. Yeah.
Yep. And it's been a great pre-season for Winchelsea with a lot of new recruits in the seniors. Have you been training with David Menches much?
No, I haven't really, but yeah, I'd like to start. And yeah, it's been real good to see Winch move forward in the competition. Yeah, it's looking exciting for us.
moving forward. Unfortunately, start off the year not in the greatest of terms against Bannockburn. What do you think happened that day?
I'm not too sure. With all the new recruits coming through, it's going to take a bit of time for them to click. But towards the end of last season, they clicked towards finals, and yeah, it was really good to watch and for Winch to get in the final. So hopefully again that happens this year.
Yep. Well, we wish you the best of luck today. You're up against North Geelong under skipper Cody Carutas. Cody, you're no strangers to the finals because I believe this is your third year of Colts and you started off with a grand final.
Yeah, started off. We didn't actually win, so we lost to Inverleigh by, I don't know, 10 goals or something in the grand final. So yeah, it didn't end too well. And then last year we didn't quite make finals. I think we missed out by about 2 or 3 games. So yeah, this year's looking good for us actually. Yeah.
Well, it sure is after that first game against Anarchy. Can you tell us about that round 1 clash?
Yeah, we just played really well. We worked together as a team good. Had a really good pre-season. Yeah, worked hard. Things are looking pretty good, yeah.
Yep. You've had some great Colts players move up to the seniors in Blake Miller, Blake Podner in recent years. Any players in this year's team you reckon might get a go under Doggy Ryan?
Possibly our ruckman. He got a game last year and then injured himself, so he didn't get invited back. So, yeah, well, I don't know. I've got a few good players. Yeah, looking pretty good.
Okay, well, the final question to both you boys is who's going to win today's game?
I hope it's Winchelsea, but yeah, we'll have a good crack at it and see how we go.
We'll see what happens, mate.
All right, well, I'll let you guys shake hands and it's all best of luck from now on. Thanks for that, boys. And it was great to find out that both of those players were named in the best post-match. That's it for Colts this morning. It's back to you, Dick.
Thanks, Alex, and he'll be back again next Saturday morning. Kingy, we haven't got a little bit of time to finish up with, but interesting start to the footy this year. North Geelong seem to be on fire at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And I suppose a nice reality check for Winchelsea in round 2 after what they did to Bannockburn in round 1 with the big monster kicking 8 and Menchie. He has talked about the town being renamed Menchelsea if they do win the flag at the end of the year, and that maybe just brings him back to earth this week. The other club I want to talk about is Werribee Centrals. I was lucky enough to spend some time with Luke Phipps, their coach in the off-season.
Not Brian.
Not Brian.
No, Luke.
Luke, Bomber. And Jaden Buddy is the name. Just keep an eye on him. He's going to poll votes. He's going to kick goals. When the Whitley's being counted come August, don't be surprised if Jason Buddy's name is somewhere thereabouts.
Interesting. Grubby, early season, you want to make any big predictions at this stage?
Well, I don't think I'll make any predictions.
Fair enough.
I've come all the way to Werribee on a Saturday morning to say g'day, Dick. You know what? You can stick your Easter eggs, stick it up your butt. I'm not doing anything more. Ah, jeez.
All I can say is that is a really good waste of some nice red tulip chocolate. Thank you to the people of Red Tulip, by the way, and the people of Cadbury for looking after us.
I don't know what else to say, Tony.
Well, there's not much of a more that we can say. Mark McDowell coming up very soon, though.
Yeah, looking forward to that. The Inverleigh coach, and he's had a pretty, well, at 50-50 start to the season. So it'll be interesting to see what Mark has to say, but it should be great. But yeah, as I said, Tommy, the season's off to a good start. Good to see some of the clubs that are on an even keel now. We don't want to see clubs getting belted every week.
No, and I reckon of the 3 leagues, the smallest gap between the top and the bottom at the moment is the GDFL.
Yep.
And I think you'll find that this year. I reckon you're going to have that bottom side win 4 or 5 games, and that can only be good for the competition. I think Corio are going to be the struggler at this stage. Belmont, we've seen some improvement in. Inverleigh, we definitely have, and I think Mark McDowell will touch on that when we talk to him in a few moments. But the 5, will it change too much is the big question. I think you can talk about North Geelong, Winchelsea, East Geelong, Belpo still being there. Centrals you'll think will be there as well. We might not see too much change, but we might see some improvement from underneath.
Exactly. Well, we look forward to that interview coming up with Mark McDowell, which will come up very shortly after this break, Tommy, and I know you're going to have a long chat to him, and we'll see what's going on out at the Inverleigh Hawks. Back after this.
We are the Raiders from all around Geelong. I'm here to tell you how football is strong.